When Microsoft released their new Surface Studio, they didn't just prove that Microsoft could still build cutting-edge products that everybody wanted, they also reinvigorated the all-in-one market. And HP is one of the companies that's coming in to show their new style. This is the HP Envy Curved All-in-One. They didn't want to make the highest performance, super screaming desktop gaming platform. They wanted to make a long-lived appliance. And I actually like this because this is a company recognizing that these types of computers, these desktops, are going to be in our hands much longer than our laptops or our mobile devices. So they've built it with style. They've built it with function. They've built it not with the best specs, but with the longest lived specs. And I like that. Now, of course, we need to start by talking about this screen. It is a 34-inch, 21:9 aspect ratio monitor, a 1900mm radius for the curve. It's ultra-wide quad display, that's Ultra WQHD, at 3440 by 1440. It is a Technicolor certification, which means it's going to give you accurate color reproduction if you're a video or photo editor. It's also got an IPS screen. That's a 178-degree viewing angle, a 10.5mm bezel on the top and the sides, a 14mm bezel at the bottom. It's not quite bezel-less, but it's got such a narrow bezel that it does kind of make the image float, which is a nice design cue. They've included a 7th Gen i5 7400T 35-watt CPU, or you could have it with an i7 7700 65-watt processor. They've got hybrid and dual storage options based on what exactly you need. This one comes with a 256GB NVMe PCIe connected SSD for maximum performance and a 1 or 2 terabyte hard drive. It also has up to 16 gigabytes of system memory and 2 SODIMM slots, so it is upgradable, as well as a GTX 950M with 4 gigabytes of G5 memory or a Radeon RX 640 with 4 gigabytes of memory. They've included this Bang & Olufsen speaker bar, which comes from their partnership with B&O, and I have to say it is by far the best sounding all-in-one I have ever had in my lab. This thing is fantastic. Really deep lows, really clear highs, and they've included a little touch control just for that little extra something special. Speaking of something extra special, if you have a device, a phone or a tablet that does wireless charging, they've included a Qi charger in the base right here so that you can get a top off while you're using your all-in-one to watch Netflix or Amazon, your next series, whatever it might be. The geek cues are also fantastic. They understand that some of us want something this beautiful, but we also want expandability. That's why they've included 4 USB 3.0 ports, gigabit Ethernet, HDMI out, as well as USB-C Thunderbolt, and this is the big one for me, HDMI in. That means I can use this beautiful 34-inch monitor as a monitor for other devices. I can hook this up to my Xbox, to my PlayStation, to my Nintendo Switch, to my computer, and have a beautiful, gorgeous, wonderfully made, again, high-definition screen for whatever I want to use it with. Now, there are a few drawbacks, some things that I think they need to fix in the next version. The first thing has to be the keyboard. It's nice, it looks good, it's stylish, but doesn't feel really good. There's not enough throw, it's a little too flexible. I think they put a little bit too much time into the style and not enough time into how it actually feels under my fingers. Also, that mouse definitely needs to go. But the big thing has to be the fact that I have not yet found a way to fix the aspect ratio. You are stuck at 21:9, and it will stretch the image the entire way. So, for example, when I was playing Breath of the Wild, it didn't have any black bars. It stretched all the way to the edges. Now, it was still playable. It still looked good, but I'd like the option to put the black bars so that it looks the way the creators intended it to look. Hopefully, that can be fixed with software, and that will be changed in a future version of the Envy. Still, if you're looking for a very stylish all-in-one, something that has everything you would expect from a desktop at a price that's about half of what you could get from Microsoft, then HP has a winner in their Envy all-in-one with the curved screen. If you want to see a full review of this, you can find me on Know-How at twit.tv/KH. We're going to be doing a full breakdown of the HP Envy in the near future. Until then, I'm Father Robert Ballecer for TWiT TV.